Anthropological and architectural forces are shaping our neighborhoods, towns, and cities. In creating place-making addresses of enduring value, E&O imagines the future of our cities. Here, we present a glimpse into the minds of brilliant thinkers, entrepreneurs, and artists to share their perspectives on the future of human living. It is said that culturally interesting cities tend to attract the creative class, individuals with similar compositions of capital that are more likely to meet, interact, form relationships, and thrive. And when it comes to charming cities rich in culture, look no further than Penang. Its eclectic buildings and streets attract the young creative class looking for inspiration.
Penang has inspired my art in a multitude of ways, from color to obviously imagery. I've gone around and photographed almost every square inch of this place, and it's always changing. There's always something new happening, especially when you're talking about culture. The architecture of Penang is very inspiring in its own way as well, the old and the new, but just the shapes and things that you see inside spaces, they give a really good energy. Like the height of the ceilings in these older buildings can be quite extreme sometimes, and it's nice for ideas to be able to reach up and float around up there sometimes, you know? And that's a really good visual resource for an artist.
So, I used to work in a big city, KL. I came back to Penang, still associated with this company, but they wanted me to head back. I didn't want to do that, and so I resigned and stayed in Penang. I took a gap year, but this year I was able to delve into many creative aspects. I did ceramics, I did soaps, but lastly I started to make wearables, which is, you know, how my brand came about. Yeah, I decided to take my wares to Hinbas depot. It was there where I started selling, and I was kind of blown away by the reception, and that's when I decided that this could actually be something I do full-time.
Penang's unique marriage of Asian and European influences as the first British port city in Southeast Asia in the 19th century has endowed the island with a unique multicultural heritage, making it a confluence for tourists and young creatives from all over the world, just like Thomas and Pei, who are looking for a change. The Eastern and Oriental Hotel, an establishment that promises much sought-after luxury, sophistication, and old-world charm. The E&O has hosted illustrious guests like Rudyard Kipling and Britain's King Charles III and Camilla, the Queen Consort. For over a century, this Penang institution has witnessed the island transform from a port city to a UNESCO World Heritage Site. A period of prodigious change.
When we think about the emergence of a dynamic new art scene, we see that it often follows on from a period of great change. If you think about Paris in the 1920s, Les Années Folles, the crazy years, you know, it was right after the First World War, the growth of cafe culture was happening, and a lot of really important artists, intellectuals, thinkers, writers moved to Paris at that time. In Malaysia today, we are undergoing a period of great growth and change. We've gone from being a newly post-colonial society, mainly agrarian and a little bit quiet, to being this really dynamic, independent nation. Malaysian artists are looking at the history of Malaysia. They're looking at traditional modes of creative and cultural production in the country. And they're reworking it in really fresh visuals that are relevant to what they're feeling, thinking, and experience in the 21st century.
Besides art, location has also given birth to specific types of architecture. Think Cesar Pelli's iconic Twin Towers. Notable architects have always played a key role in shaping a city's landscape through iconic buildings. And now, the late Kerry Hill's tropical tower design of Conley by E&O joins Kuala Lumpur's rich tapestry in the 21st century. Carefully crafted, Conley speaks the language of modern architecture, whilst paying tribute to Kuala Lumpur's stature as a world city, presented in a beautiful dream city living space. In Penang, the very best of human living is exemplified by E&O's Sri Tanjung Pinang, which rests between the bustle of Georgetown and the beaches of Batu Ferenghi. This international seafront community, comprising 240 acres of majestic sea-facing villas and condominiums, looks out across a scenic retail marina, lush greenery, and one of life's most essential luxuries, gastronomical treasures running the gamut from popular hawker fare to Michelin star experiences.
Food is very important in the community. It says about who we are and where we come from. Malaysians love food, and the food is bringing us together. I work and study in Japan, Denmark, Singapore, and also the New Zealand. And in 2018, I decided to come back in my hometown, Johor, to open my own fine dining restaurant. I decided to open in Johor because in Johor is still very young and dynamic. It's got a lot of opportunities here. As a chef, for me, it's very important for me to get inspiration from where I live. I go around Johor to try a lot of local food to get inspirations. For example, initial, we do ikan bakar twist. We sear the local grouper to wrap in the banana leaf and grill it. And then we serve with the local capsicum puree. Because of where I am, I have the more opportunity to meet the local suppliers. My farmer and fishermen will always keep the best ingredient for us. You cannot get good food without good ingredients.
Serving guests locally from across the causeway and beyond, Chef Ko's restaurant is a snapshot of what makes his hometown a new melting pot of cultures that is uniquely Johor. This hunger for new dining experiences is inevitable, given that Johor is becoming an irresistible option for Malaysians and international arrivals alike. In a digital age where we spend most of our time on screens, staying connected to nature and those around us is more important than ever. Considering these factors, third spaces are at the heart of E&O developments. In Avira Medini Iskandar, located in Johor, a garden terrace concept was carefully created with a clubhouse as its pulse, embracing modern living in harmony with nature. As the first holistic gated community in Medini, this private haven encourages healthy and well-balanced living. The pandemic has also changed how we socialize and live. And the peak in Damansara Heights was conceptualized and designed to reflect this new way of human living, but done at the highest level. A low-density development in the most desirable postcode and high-value neighborhood in Damansara Heights, the peak is prominent in scale, allowing for plenty of wide spaces and peace of mind. Location is everything here, as some of the best fine dining experiences, art galleries, and third spaces are located only a stone's throw away.
Humans are social creatures. We love and we thrive off interaction. By having spaces to see art, we have spaces to go, to think about the world around us, to meet other people and socialize. Therefore, I have always found that cities that have thriving spaces for art to be seen and experienced attract educated individuals, attract professionals, attract high net worth individuals who want to take advantage of the non-economic benefits of being in that city and engaging with it.
The fact that there's a lot of entrepreneurial people here and businesses are always coming up and new things are being tried out. There's a lot of energy, a lot of people trying things out, and that's refreshing to see and encouraging as well. Also, it's nice to see old school businesses, aunties and uncles that have businesses that they've had for generations that you can access, whether it's a woodworker or a metal worker or family business that's selling art materials. There's people around doing all kinds of different things and they're accessible.
Penang is very real. It's not only a tourist destination. We still go about our daily businesses very easily. You drive 15 minutes, you're at the beach. You drive another 15 minutes, you're hiking up Penang Hill. Penang is all about food. This street alone, Tiger Char Kway Teow. Turn left, O'o White Coffee for curry mee, Gubat Kway Teow, Ochian, the list goes on. I think why Penang is so attractive is because of the quality of life that you can have in this place. It is really good.
Georgetown's old world charm, located just minutes away from modern living conveniences, appeals to the new generation of homebuyers looking for avenues to connect culturally and socially more meaningfully. And this is at the core of ENO's Andaman Island Master Plan. The first of its kind in Malaysia, Andaman has been designed to offer the perfect balance between peaceful island life and exciting urban living. ENO is committed to develop the island with low carbon footprint and was awarded the provisional Green RE Platinum certification. ENO now brings to Andaman its newest address, The Meg. This high-rise development allows residents to relish in urban island living on Andaman, offering fully furnished apartments with excellent connectivity to everything one could possibly desire. Boasting spectacular views and equipped with all the modern desires and ethos of the sophisticated homebuyer, the Meg's huge success has given rise to the launch of multiple projects in the works, thanks to the increasing demand of all those drawn to Andaman.
Pei and I have been building a life here for a considerable amount of time now, and we can see ourselves staying here definitely as a base long term. Penang's a really supportive, creative environment when it comes to creativity here. It's only ever people trying to help each other and point each other in the right direction. So it's a really good thing about Penang.
I would like to see what Johor dining scene will be look like in the future. I hope more people will know what we're doing here in Asia and how amazing the local ingredients are. I would like to invite everyone to visit and see for yourself.
As a third-generation Singaporean who has called Malaysia home for so many years, I've had the good fortune of traveling the world, of living in many cities which I've also loved, but I find that Malaysia is perhaps the most multicultural place I've ever been. The Malaysians are amongst the most warm, sociable, intellectually curious people I have met. It's a country with such a deep, deep soul. We do things from our heart, and I don't think there's anywhere else I would rather call home than Malaysia.